Matt, are estate agents stuck in their old ways? Are they stuck in the 1980s and 90s?
Some, I think probably a small number, say 95%.
Just a small number.
Yeah. Look, why? I think, you look at it. Okay, fees are a prime example of that. Less than probably 5% of the fees across the UK are going up, right? So when you look at that in isolation, if you're improving what you do and the value that you give, you should be able to move your costs up, right? If you're not, then you go the opposite way. Or if you're on the back foot. So you end up old habits dying hard. You do the same stuff and get worse results, not the same results. And I think where most agencies are at the moment is they're looking constantly around the external factors rather than looking within themselves. And one of the things that I often go and do with teams that I go and work with is I ask the kind of questions that don't tend to get asked, And I think one of them is looking at leadership as a whole. Is most of these leaders that we're coming across at the moment wouldn't want to work for themselves at the moment.
This is the MDs of estate agents.
Yeah, because actually they're managing people in a way that would motivate them if they were on the receiving end. And I know it sounds crazy.
Because I come across so many valuers and negs at the moment who are really downtrodden because their bosses are just appalling.
What happens when there's less transactions going on in the market is there's more pressure to get the listing. There's more pressure to get the listing. There's more pressure to get the sale. And actually, you've got to work in reverse. You've got to look at that pie and, yes, how do we get more of it or whatever you tend to look at. But actually, there's so much business in most agencies today that's going on right under their nose. So, for example, I was with a client not too long ago. They only had 20 listings available on the market. And they were saying, I need more instructions. I need to get more.
Because you go into estate agents and help them out, don't you?
And we looked at their existing property list and we decided that 5 of the 20 were red hot sellers. And we planned out conversations, planned out outcomes with those sellers, had those outcome conversations and sold all 5. Now, they probably spent in total a day.
That sounds quite simple.
Well, it really is, because when you give a vendor an option of, look, you can stay doing what's not working, or we can try this, which is working for this percentage of people, which way do you want to go with it? And if they're hot, they're going to say, well, I want to try the new concept. Because if you've got somebody who's selling a house for, I don't know, they're on at 295 for argument's sake, and they want to get to 280, going on at 295 isn't getting them there. Well, how about we change it to offers in excess of 275? Right now, you make a big jump in the market. It stands out, new photography, whatever you need to do. Describe it to the market properly. Get on the phones, make appointments, which is a new one. Do that, and you get different results. The main thing is their outcome's still there. So as a seller, does it matter how I get you to that outcome, Chris? And you'll go, well, no, to be honest with you, it doesn't. That's the kind of
Yeah, because they want 280. You can still get 280 with offers over 275.
Well, if I say to you 70% of our sales have come by doing that approach, you're going to be more inclined to do it.
Right.
So it really is. And so there's a day's work, 5 changes, 5 sales, average fee of £2,800. They earn that amount of money in a day, right? That's not a bad day's work.
No.
So for me, it's about going in to the market, understanding the challenges, but actually taking some action. And for me, that's the important part.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks.